Celtics Jayson Tatum suffered one of the most devastating injuries for explosive athletes, a ruptured Achilles tendon in May 2025. After surgery plus nearly 10 months of rehab, he's been officially cleared to return. Let's break this down. Here's the MRI Tatum recently shared. The dark structure along the back of this sagittal slice represents normal Achilles tendon fibers inserting into the heel bone. Right here, those fibers suddenly lose continuity, replaced by a bright signal from fluid, edema, and hemorrhage as the proximal tendon retracts, the classic imaging sign for an acute Achilles rupture. You may also notice a thin strand across the gap, often the plantaris tendon, which inserts into the Achilles, though it can represent a small residual Achilles fiber bundle. Even if tiny fibers remain, the tendon has lost functional continuity, which is why injuries like this are treated as complete ruptures. No matter the technique, the first step is bringing the two torn pieces back together, like tying the ends of a snapped rope. Many modern repairs add something called the speed bridge, where surgeons place small anchors into the heel bone and strong sutures that run through the tendon, creating a reinforcing bridge across the repair. So the tendon isn't just tied together, it's also anchored to bone, spreading force and strengthening the repair. These suture bridge techniques gained traction in the early 2010s after biomechanical studies showed stronger fixation and greater construct stiffness than traditional end-to-end stitching, allowing surgeons to begin controlling load earlier during rehab. Within 24 hours of the rupture, Tatum underwent surgical repair. Early surgery helps restore tendon length and may lower re-rupture risk in elite athletes. Around 2 weeks later, stitches come out and lightweight bearing begins in a plantar flexed boot to reduce tension on the healing tendon. Early rehab focuses on toe motion and gentle calf activation, while the rest of the body continues to train. By 6 weeks, the tendon begins consolidating, loading increases, and Tatum is cleared to return and weight bear, still protected in plantar flexion. Week 12, now the rebuilding phase begins. Eccentric loading starts, critical for restoring tendon strength and stiffness. Week 16, strength training ramps up with bands, balance work, and compound loading to rebuild force through the ankle. Week 17, he regains dorsiflexion, allowing calf raises and controlled plyometric progressions. Week 19, he was back on the court, beginning basketball movement drills, and by week 22, he posted himself dunking. But dunking isn't the finish line. The next several months focus on restoring sprint speed, reactive plyometrics, and full basketball conditioning, the final steps before returning to NBA competition. If Tatum plays today, that's just under 10 months since his Achilles rupture. That falls right in the typical NBA return window. Data show many NBA players need a full season back, often 18 to 24 months, to potentially approach pre-injury performance. Excited to see a return, and shout out to Tatum for sharing his case with the world in honor of medical education. Wishing him a strong comeback.